Welcome, you guys. Oh, the lighting is bad. Let me just adjust this a little. Okay, there, I'm better now. Hello, you guys. Welcome to the channel. You guys, I'm here with part two to Feminism Debunked. But before I get into this video, it's your girl. Here's the king. Here's the queen. Here's the professor herself. Here's your girl Monica Bundy here, and I'm back with part two to Feminism Debunked. I know I've been promising this video for a while, and I have really tried to film it, but every single time I do, I find out something else before I'm able to post it. So I'm like, okay, now I gotta analyze this. But I promise you guys, this is the last take. Like, I always make sure I bring quality videos to my people because you guys have been with me, you know. You guys support, and I gotta give you what I got to. Anyway, I got a little, spazzy over there. It's my friend right there. His name is Dr. Bunny. He's a bunny. He's a thug. Anyway, so feminism. We've already covered what feminism is in part one. If you guys did not see my part one, I'm gonna link it in the description box. Or, yeah. Sorry, my brother called. Yeah. So for those of you that didn't see Feminism Debunked part one, I'm gonna leave it in my description box. Or I'm gonna try and link it up here or up here. I don't know how to do that yet, so I'm gonna Google that for you guys. Yeah. So basically in part one, this is like a quick summary of part one. Part one is just basically talking about how feminists are claiming there's a wage gap between men and women, but I decided to get into detail because feminists will give you great headlines like women are being oppressed, but it's actually giving you a proper detailed explanation, which there's never really an explanation for these things, you know. The explanation is usually a little crooked with a lot of question marks and blank spaces that you could fill in and be like, okay, that doesn't make sense, which is what I am here to do with this part two. Now, part two is basically me talking about the rights of a woman, and the rights of a man in terms of how feminists view it. So, feminists claim that men are oppressing women, and men of this generation are scared of an independent woman, a powerful woman. Last time I checked, it's the feminists that are scared of the man. Yeah. Okay, that didn't come out right. Anyway, okay. Scratch that. But what I said is correct. Like, feminists claim men are scared of independent women. They claim men are oppressing women to get ahead in life. They claim that men are basically this enemy that we as women must come together and fight. I agree and disagree with that. I agree that women must come together and support each other, but I don't think it's fair to call men the enemy when you feel like feminists are always trying to explain themselves by making men the reason for their problems. You understand? So there's this article I read from the United States of Colombia. Yeah, by this doctor. She's a feminist. This woman, very very qualified woman, educated. But in my opinion, she is not as educated when it comes to things of the human mind. She is a feminist and she studies gender, which is one of the most useless things you ever want to study, which is like gender. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's not gender rights. I don't know, bruv. Like, these Americans, they have their own weird way of living. Anyway, her article was basically saying about less than 1% of women in the world own property. But then I read this article by an African philosopher. She's a woman as well, a doctor from Ghana. It was from the University of Accra. She said that, and I quote unquote, 50% of property in Africa is owned by women or more. Okay? So for me, I feel like it's safe to say that feminists are usually just trying to blame men for the fact that they're unable to get to the places they want to be. So it's unfair to call men the enemy when you don't know what the fight is. What are you fighting for? Are you fighting for success? Are you fighting for property? Because to be honest with you, men have had like 100 years of being in power ahead of us. So you can't just start. And it's not their fault that they were put in power. It is how it was. It was how society had deemed it. Okay, it was like the norm. Like right now, how when you say you must empower women, it's the norm. And back then, women's jobs were to be in the kitchen, cook, clean, take care of the family, which it still is now, except these days women have a choice to either be that or be, that independent woman that can live like a single man. A long time ago, women who used to live single were looked down upon. But as time went on, they started realizing that not all women are baby making machines. Not all women want to be mothers. Not all women want to be wives. That's just how it is. And the rights of men and women are the same. That's one thing people need to understand. The rights of men and women are the same, except for the fact that men are more exposed to their rights than women. Okay, men know more about what they're entitled to than women do. It's not that women are oppressed. No, it's that women don't have the same exposure to the information because they have been told for a long time that your your role in society, your role in life is to be a counterpart or or a supporter of a man, not really a servant or somebody that works for the man. No, but somebody that will always be there to hold the man up. That is the main thing that has been told to women for so long. So feminists nowadays are trying to make it seem like it was men that were making those decisions. No, no, no. Listen, you grow up with your mother. You grow like everything that you know, most of the things that you know, it was your mom that taught you. For most of the population in the world, it was our mothers that taught us. So even for men, most of the things that they know were from their mothers. They could see their mother cook, clean, take care of them. So they opted to look for a woman that could do that for them as well. It's not that, and it's not that men opt to marry women who are more submissive to them. It's that they're looking for their mother in that woman. Even biology and psychology can support me on this. You can Google anywhere you want. Men look for a woman that has the bone structure of their mother. I don't know. It's embedded in the psychology, in their biology as well. They look for a woman that acts maybe like the traits of their mother in them. They look for their mother in the women that they marry. So if you want to be Madam Independent, Miss Independent, make sure that the man that is going to marry you, or if you don't want to be married, that's your choice. You get, I'm not here saying no, everybody should be married or everybody should not be married. I'm just here saying it's unfair to blame men for all women problems when the people that taught us the things we know are the women. And it's also not the woman's fault. Let me make that clear. It's just that there's certain expectations that society has for us, and it's going to take a very very long time to have all these rules and regulations switched up and changed. But as it stands right now, we are all expected to be something in life, and usually for women it's a mother, for men it's to be the provider and the protector. And feminists of nowadays, I've noticed, they want that title of being the protector. They want that title of being the provider because they think that will give them power. No, 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 honey bun. Let me teach you a little secret a lot. If you want to subdue, you must submit. If you want to subdue a man, you need to submit to his every little whim. Because if he tells you what to do, okay, not really tells you what to do, but if you are following in his footsteps, everything in the house is fine. Whatever you ask for, he's gonna give you. Whatever it is that you need, he's gonna give you. The Bible says the woman must not speak in public unless the husband deems it so. Right? You don't understand what that means. It doesn't necessarily mean that you can't speak in public. You must always be quiet until your husband gives permission. No, honey bun. What that simply means is that for you to speak in public, the man must be, the man is the head of the house, right? So if the man has power and he's sensible and people consider him wise, they will know that the wife is also the same. So it's not about permission, it's about perceptive, like what the perception that the man gives out to society. It's not about, no, I can't speak, my husband must, no. People misinterpret certain things. Do your research, read your articles, read your books. Don't just let somebody's opinion be your fact. No, don't let somebody's opinion be the thing that makes your whole, like it makes your whole world. Begin to question certain things, and the day you start questioning those things is the day you realize that everything you know is questionable. Even your belief system. It's these feminists of nowadays. The original concept of feminism is an impeccable and very empowering one. It's one that can make your heart, want to get up and do the thing that that men do. The original concept of feminism was just to ensure that women started questioning certain things that society asked them to do. Okay? Like, they made it mandatory for every woman to marry a long time ago. Everybody must marry in order to carry on the generations. A long time ago, every woman should learn to cook, clean, wash, and take care of a house. A long time ago, which those are just basic life skills. Everybody should know them, men and women. In this house, like my mom's house, my dad's house here, I have 6 brothers, or 7, and all of them can cook. Okay, not all of them. Let me not lie. Not all of them can cook and clean. No, do not lie. Yeah, but most of them can cook, clean, wash, and they do everything that any female can do, because those are just basic life skills. Listen to me very carefully, Miss Independent. These men, let me not lie to you. These men can cook, these men can clean, these men can wash, these men can take care of themselves because they grew up with mothers. Mothers used to cook, clean, wash, do everything. Okay? They're just looking for somebody to be with. Because being alone is also, it's okay. That's a whole different topic, which I will be getting a video on sooner rather than later. Yeah. So for me, the basic concept of feminism in this video is that I'm talking about feminists and their claim that women are being oppressed. I've read a lot of articles that actually suggest the opposite. They say women are more in power than men. In this sense, women are intellectually superior to men, but men are physically superior to women. When it comes to height, speed, strength, men are these 3 things: height, speed, strength. No woman can compete with a man. Kill me if you must. There are certain women that can compete with certain men, but not every woman can compete with every man. You understand? So most of these feminists want to be treated as men, but without the baggage that men carry. You understand? Because these men go through more problems than we do. Because if a man expresses his feelings, like if he's sad, they're going to call him weak for crying. They're going to call him weak for being a genuine human being. But if a woman does it, they're like, that's just being a woman, And if a woman does not express her feelings, they call her, the B word. If a woman stands up for herself, they want to call her the B word. There are certain men, yes, that are threatened by women's intellectual superiority, but there are certain men that's appreciated. So we can't just assume every man is an enemy and assume every woman is a victim. No. Not every man is an enemy and not every woman is a victim. Not every man is an oppressor and not every woman is oppressed. And according to statistics, less than 0.00001% of the women's population of the world is abused. That means that even no matter how poor a household is, the mother always makes decisions and the father supports them. Because God deemed it so, okay? Even science deems it so. This is for my atheist friends. I got you. Yeah, even science deems it so. Men are physically is superior. Their height is better. They're stronger. They're faster. For them to be providers, they bring the food. Women are intellectually superior because they must now divide the food. and make sure it is sufficient and suffices the people. So this basic concept of feminism, where they say men are the reason most women are not being uplifted in life, is boo. It's boo. No, it's not true. Because, and also, women, do not allow people to victimize you. Don't just let everybody make a general concept and then you also want to fit in that box just because everybody else is saying so. No. Stop trying to be independent if you don't understand what being independent is. Being independent is just basically being a responsible adult. I've said this before and I always say it. If you're able to buy your own clothes, buy your own food, buy your own body lotion, buy everything for yourself, provide for yourself, that does not mean you're independent. That just means you are a responsible adult that understands what responsibilities are deemed upon you. And if a man gives you money or he does that, it's not because he's looking for something. They're just people who are genuinely good. And also, for you not to be misconstrued or for there not to be miscommunication, let there be communication. Ask the person, are you in this for something more, or are you in this for a friendship, or are you in this just to help me out for the moment? You can't just be going out there thinking every man wants you. Baby, you are not that pretty. We are not that pretty. Not everybody wants us, okay? And sometimes it's not even about beauty, it's about preference, okay? There are people who are exclusively into white guys. There are white guys who are exclusively into white girls. There are people who are exclusively into big buff guys. There are people who are exclusively into small petite girls. People who are exclusively into big women. It's not about you, it's about the other person. That's one thing you need to understand when it comes to things like this. It's not about you, it's about the other person, okay? So you need to put yourself in their shoes to be like, okay, so what is their state of mind while making this decision? Is he giving me this money because maybe he wants my body, or maybe he wants, to be my friend, or maybe she wants to be my friend? Because there's some guys out there who won't take help from a woman because society told them if you get help from a woman, you're a weaker man. You understand? So ladies, don't just assume every guy in the world wants you, and guys, don't assume every woman in the world wants you. It's a 50-50 thing. Okay, it could either be, friendship leads to greater things sometimes. So start from there. But in conclusion for this video, not every man is an enemy of a woman. Not every woman is an enemy of a man. Not every man is an oppressor, and not every woman is oppressed. There are certain things in life that we do because society had deemed it so. Anyway, you guys have been talking for a while. I gotta go. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I promise you I'm gonna do a part 3, but part 3 is going to be something different from what I've been talking about, because I've already talked about the money gap. This was about the rights. Now we're going to talk about the sexualization of women. What exactly does that mean? And why is the rape statistic getting higher and higher in this generation rather than in the last? Because rape does happen. But we're gonna get into that in the next video, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share the link. Love you guys. Bye.